Hi everyone, my name's Britton Cline, Ad Sales Manager, and welcome to this week's edition of Marketing Minutes by Scuba Diving Industry Magazine.
And I'm William Cline, publisher. Thank you for watching this series. If you have something you would like to contribute to the industry, reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you.
That's right.
So, Britton, who do we have stacked up for today?
That's right. So today we have Patty Baiano, founder and inventor of SasSea Wraps. SasSea Wraps. Patty, welcome to the show.
That's like a tongue twister
Thank
for sure.
you.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's great. It's a great name. Thanks for joining us today, Patty. We're running a series, Britton, in our magazine right now on helping retailers understand how to sell accessories.
That's right.
So this goes right exactly in line. This month's edition is going to be on merchandising. So I can't wait to get in today's show.
That's right. It's very hand in hand. But to dive right in, Patty, how about you tell us a little bit about your background and what led you to create SasSea Wraps?
Okay, so I started scuba diving in 1988 and got my dive master certification in 94. And from then I went on to get my TDI mixed gas certification and went into full cave diving. So diving has been a part of my life for decades. And one of the things that technical diving taught me is that underwater hair control is not just a convenience, it's a necessity. Your focus when diving should be on your equipment, your surroundings, your buoyancy, not having hair fly around in your face. So one of my first checkout dives taught me this lesson. I went, braided my hair the way I would to just jump in the ocean. And 40 minutes later, I came out of the water and my hair was a rat's nest. It was so tangled that I actually had to cut it off at the nape of my neck.
Wow.
So at that point, I already started thinking there's got to be a better way. Yeah, that's a picture of it. So it was nasty. So after years and years of searching, the only thing that I was able to find were workarounds. Nothing ever really solved the problem. Bubble braids where you put elastics all the way down the length of your hair were a workaround, but they were more tedious than and time consuming than anything. And they actually broke your hair when you took them out. So that's when I knew that I had to invent something myself.
Well, it's amazing. There's always a kernel of an idea that ends up becoming an important part of why something it comes to market. What kind of challenges did you face turning SasSea Wraps idea and the earlier prototypes into award-winning woman-owned manufacturing company? In today's climate, that's especially challenging.
Well, thank you. Well, one of the biggest challenges was I am an ocean lover and an environmental advocate. So my materials had to be eco-conscious. I knew they was going to be used by divers, they were going to be in the ocean, and I really wanted materials that were safe for the environment. Once we conquered that, I started testing the different materials to find the right ones that were going to be gentle enough on your hair, yet be flexible and secure so that they're comfortable while you're diving.
Right.
From there, we ended up developing a proprietary weave, which was really cool. And by the way, this all happened over years. We needed something that was going to hold hair without aggressively pulling or snagging, and also something that was going to be easy to take out, a quick release to take out when you're finished. The biggest challenge after we had pulled all those elements together was taking something that worked as a handmade prototype and figuring out how to manufacture it consistently without losing all the qualities that made it work. So it was probably about a 3 or 4 year process, but all that R&D ultimately resulted in what makes SasSea Wraps different from anything on the market. So the primary thing is that, as you can see, it controls your hair all the way down the length of your ponytail. And what makes this important is that it prevents friction. So when you braid your hair and you soak it, the hair cuticles swell and it creates interlocking. So the cuticles can catch and interlock with each other. And that's what causes the tangling and matting. We call it a slip proof grip dual cord bungee system. We're actually patent pending, and it provides a flexible hold that accommodates hair as it goes from wet to dry. So seeing all that R&D ultimately turn into a product that was awarded Best Hair Ties for Athletes and Adventurers in 2005 was incredibly rewarding.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
How awesome. Wow.
That's amazing.
Very, very cool. I'm loving the darker colors. I'm loving the lighter colors, the mixes. Really cool. But how, for the dive shops and retailers out there, how can they get involved? How does SasSea Wraps fit?
So for dive shops, this is an incredible opportunity to put a solution on the shelves for customers that have been having this problem since the inception of diving. Yeah. Any long hair diver I know that I've seen on boats and that I've talked to, everyone struggles with hair control. So this is an opportunity for people to bring something for the first time that's actually a solution and not a workaround. Now, because SasSea Wraps are a new invention, there needs education. So education at the point of sale is very important, and we make that really easy for shops. We provide point of purchase shelf talkers that have very simple instructions that people can look and see, okay, it looks complicated, but that's really easy. And we also give shops with first orders, we give shops this little ponytail model that they can hang right on the display. So it actually gives people, because they're seeing it in the package,
right?
And they really can't, conceptualize it in their hair. Yeah. So having this ponytail model that shops can hang on their display that people can see and touch really helps people understand what the product is and how it's used.
So wow. That's amazing. So you've obviously been at this for a while. This is not new. It's something you've been very passionate about. What do you have in the terms of future expansion planned?
Well, my immediately goal is to grow our presence in dive shops. I got a little distracted because it is a fashion item and it does work in beach boutiques, but my immediate goal is to bring it back to really how the product was how it was invented and what it was invented for.
Right.
So I want to grow into dive shops. SasSea Wraps was born out of a problem that I experienced as a diver. So bringing it back in the dive community and getting it into the hands of divers feels very full circle for me. We're also continuing to expand our product line with new colors, sizes, and other developments based on our customers are asking for. And beyond diving, we're finding that the same problem exists anywhere long hair and active lifestyles come together. So I think there's a tremendous amount of opportunity ahead of us.
Well, that's great. Listen, if you're a retailer out there listening to this or a resort, contact her. It's simple, SasSeaWraps.com. You can Google it. It'll pop right up. And that is probably going to wrap us up. Do you have any last closing comments you'd like to say?
Yes. So retailers can actually buy wholesale directly from our website. And if you go to SasSeaWraps.com/wholesale, you'll be put into that system, and we make it super easy with starter packages and anything that you need.
Wonderful. Plus, you can see an ad that's going to appear starting in the August issue, which comes out on the 30th, everybody. We look forward to seeing you soon. We're going to have another show next week, right, Britton?
That's right.
All right. So that's going to wrap us up here today. Thanks again, Patty, for coming and being here. And a really fascinating product and wonderful to learn all about it.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.